Hello and welcome back to the Interceptor MCLC. So today we're going to be bringing a video of Sorcerer Supreme. So this is from the Content Creator Program, which I have a part of. So basically I make videos on the new champions. I haven't done it in a while because I've been very busy, but I'm going to try to get into doing it every single time now. I do still make content every time on other Content Creator Program things, but yeah. So today we're going to be reviewing the newest Mystic Champion. So she is going to be released later this month, and her featured arena actually starts tomorrow at the time that I am recording this. So yeah, let's just get into her abilities. So her Sig ability, she gains additional ability accuracy, so that's useful against champions like Domino. Who else decreases? Yeah, whatever. It's useful against Domino, and the potency of blessings is increased by 33%. So that just means that the abilities I'll be describing later help that much more. So basic attacks deal energy damage instead of physical, so she never makes contact with the opponent, making her the perfect counter for stuff like physical thorns. So basically she hits the same way as Human Torch. And she also has the same ability as Havoc, where she gains power passively, but she also gains power from hitting them. And in this case, she gains 70% less power from attacking, blocking, and being struck. So she only gains 30% of the amount she should. She also has negative physical resistance and additional energy resistance. As far as that goes, that's not a huge deal because she still has incredible block proficiency. I can block a lot in normal fights, and I do with her. Fights where they should be hitting me really hard and they just don't. So she does have a pre-fight ability, but I'm not going to go super in deep with her pre-fight ability just because I don't personally believe it's necessary. So the way this champion works is she has 3 phases. So Sidorak's Ferocity is, I'm going to call it the Fury phase because it has a Fury icon. Ragador's Resolve is the armor phase, and then Icon's Ingenuity or Icons or whatever that says is the power gain phase. So in the anytime during the fight, this always applies. When you're in your Fury phase, you have additional attack rating and increased damage rating, which is nice. In your armor phase, you have additional armor and perfect block chance, so that just makes her an even better blocker. And then she grants in the power gain all hits power steal for 3% of the opponent's current power, and she gains 150% of the power stolen. So basically that just means that unless there is an additional power gain source in a fight, as long as you are only hitting them during your power gain buff phase, you're never going to be giving them a special 3, basically. So now let's go into what the pre-fight does is every fight you automatically start in your Fury phase, but you have 2 options for the pre-fight, and that's to start in your power gain phase or in your armor phase. So there aren't many options where I see that this is necessary. One example where I think it's helpful is you could use your armor phase when you're facing someone that you need to parry at the start of the fight that hits hard. So when you need to set up something like a slow debuff against maybe the champion or the Hydra symbioid, then I would personally use the pre-fight for the shield phase. And also this pre-fight is infinite, so you can use it one fight and you can use it again the next fight. It's not like Human Torch's one, which has just a percentage chance to be activated again. The only time I really think it's necessary to use the pre-fight for the power gain phase is when you're facing someone like Bishop, and if you don't know the way Bishop works, after he kills you, if he still has power, then if you go back in and you fight him again, he's going to start the fight with that amount of power. So for example, if it's an unblockable node and the opponent becomes unblockable sometimes and he's at almost to special 2, you want to start in that phase so that you can get his power down a bit. Because although it is possible to evade, it is not easy. So now we're going on to our special attacks, and the special attacks actually tie in directly to the abilities we just explained. So the way that the special attack works is when you're fighting with Sorcerer Supreme, you're going to have 3 passives on yourself. They're going to be charges. One is going to be an armor break, one is going to be a regeneration, and the other one's going to be a slow, like the slow debuff, whatever that thing is. But it's passive, and these are going to increase during the fight depending on when you use your special attacks. So, for example, if you use your special attack during your Fury phase, then you are going to gain the passive armor breaks. And if you use it during your armor phase, you're going to get the passive regenerations, and during the power gain phase, you're going to get your passive slow debuffs. So, what do these do? When you activate the special attack, whatever effects that you have for all of your charges, one of each that you have at least one charge in is going to get applied to the opponent. So, the Fury one is that it armor breaks the opponent for 12 seconds, reducing armor rating by negative 200. This is extremely significant armor break. So I actually, in my video I'm going to show later, so it's going to be in the same video, part 1, there is a time where my special 2 only deals 60k damage, and then I think it's with 3 or 4 armor breaks. My special 2 gets all the way up to 90k damage. So it's an additional 50%. So it's really significant. Okay. And then with the armor phase, what the additional ability you get is that you passively regenerate Sorcerer Supreme for almost 300 seconds over 12, or 300 health over 12 seconds. Mind you, this is a rank 3, so I think a rank 5 would roughly be around, I don't know, if it's 13k base health, it's roughly double from a rank 3 to a rank 5, so 600. But the point of this armor effect is from the specials is not actually to regen. So the main benefit from this comes from the second half of this ability. While this is active, Sorcerer Supreme regenerates 75% of the damage she takes from blocked hits. So if you pair that with the mastery that increases your regeneration rate, this actually goes all the way up to 90%. So 90% of the damage you take from your blocked hits, you're going to heal back, which is awesome. So basically, when you're facing someone really hard, so I find the most direct application of this ability in the game is the Act 6.26 champion in his final 10%. Because one of the safest ways, not safest, in my opinion, the number one most reliable way to get a dex is baiting a special 1 and letting all of the hits hit your block, and then dexing the last hit, because it's basically free. It's guaranteed pretty much. And you'll heal back 90% of the damage that you take, which is absolutely insane. I would be shocked if you take like 2,000 damage maximum from this. And then you also get that healing. But this ability isn't only activated during special attacks. As long as you have any regeneration on yourself, that's what you'll get. And then the last one is during your power gain phase, and you'll slow the opponent, preventing their supple and evade effects. This does not account. Oh my god, I can't speak. This does not activate against science champions. So it says natural class advantage, which excludes the mystical class, or whatever that's called. The one with like the champion, the grandmaster, all those guys. The collector. So yeah, not them. And when you have the special attack, you store the runes, and then activating the special attack activates the runes. So we're going to go into the special attacks, or actually one thing first. Heavy attacks. So rotating to the next blessing, so you're going from Fury to Armor, or Armor to Power Gain, or Power Gain to Fury, doesn't matter. That's the cycle. this isn't a useful ability by itself, or I won't say it's not useful. It's not as useful by itself. But when you pair this with the synergy from Symbiote Supreme, which is every time you land a heavy attack, your next special will do plus 15% damage and stacks with 3. So say you start in Fury and you want to activate your special in Fury, just parry heavy 3 times and then activate your special 2. And then you will be right back in your Fury phase, of course, and it'll be basically an extra 50% special damage, which is awesome. So Special Attack 1 and Special Attack 2 basically have the exact same effect, but they do have one slight difference. And then that is in Special 1 you nullify, in Special 2 you delay the fight. So Special 1 stores 2 runes of the current blessing, so that's just whatever phase you're in. So if you're in your Fury phase, using a Special 1 stores 2 armor breaks. If you're in your armor phase, then it's going to store 2 regenerations. And if you're in your you're in your power gain phase, it's going to store 2 slow passives. And then also in the Special 1, the first hit of the Special 1, so the way her Special 1 goes is she throws it, and then she delays a lot, and then she throws a bunch more hits. So the Special 1, the first hit, has a 100% chance to nullify a buff on the opponent, so that's pretty useful. And then also, for the next 10 seconds, you get the nullification aura around yourself, and every 0.75 seconds the opponent spends in the aura, one of their buffs is nullified. I actually end up showing this off in a clip later, and in one Special 1, I nullify 10 buffs on the opponent. Yes, 10. It's crazy. It's a really good nullify ability, but you have to be aggressive. That's the only downside. And then the Special 2, basically the exact same thing as Special 1 with the storing runes, except it stores 3 of them. And now we're going into the second half of Special 2 ability, so that is as soon as you end your special attack, all of the effects that you gain from that special attack, whether it be armor break on the opponent, regen on yourself, or slow debuff on the opponent, or technically it is physically possible to have all 3 activated at the same time, then you are going to have 5 additional seconds added onto the timer. So the regen becomes 17 seconds. The slow actually, are they all 12 seconds? They might all be 12 seconds. They are all 12 seconds, yeah. So it's regen, armor break, and slow debuff. Instead of 12, they all become 17 seconds, which is very significant. And then that is all the abilities that this guy has. Oh, no, wait. He has a Special 3 ability. So this is an awesome way to start a really long fight. So the first time it's used, you store a permanent rune of the current blessing. So this rune is never consumed. So, for example, when I'm fighting the 6.2.6 champion boss, then what I'm going to do is save up for a Special 3 and then activate it in my power gain phase so that I get the slow debuff permanently. That means that for the rest of the fight, every single special attack I throw has a guaranteed slow debuff on them. It doesn't even matter that it doesn't matter if I throw it in power gain phase, fury, or armor phase. Guaranteed. In subsequent uses, stores 2 non-permanent runes instead, so it's basically the same amount as a Special 1. And attack rating is increased by up to plus 4,020 based on stored runes. That is literally triple. So the power gain, her current attack rating when this is the ability is 2,200. 4,000 is almost double that, so it's triple damage on your Special 3 based on the amount of runes you've stored. So now we are going over to some gameplay. So now, or actually, I think I show synergies first. So as far as synergies go, her first synergy, and this is in my opinion the best synergy she has, and this is with Sorcerer Supreme, Doctor Strange, with Doctor Strange or Symbiote Supreme, you gain a passive prowess whenever a blessing activates, which is heavy attack. So, yeah, switches your blessing phase. And the next one is this increases the time of the nullification aura, pause during any special attack. So if you use a special one and they're in the corner, you stay really close to them and you're constantly nullifying the buffs during the special. And the special is like the timer on the special attack is not resetting, it's continuing. And then the next one is armor break debuffs have 30% increased potency. So if I scroll back for a second and I go to the armor break, you'll notice that it is. Where's it? Special attacks. No, that was not it. Right there. By negative 2,000, so that's an extra 600 effectiveness on the armor breaks, which is awesome. And then the last synergy I'm going to bring is not a synergy that's necessary, it just extends the length of stuns, so that's really nothing. Now we're going to go into the first gameplay, so this is going to be the Sorcerer Supreme 38 hit kill of Winter Soldier. And that is going to be the main part of today's video, and then after I just have a little side video. And in this one I'm going to activate my power gain 1 first, and that's just because I want to get to my special 2 as soon as possible. I do not fight this fight optimally, but it wasn't played horribly. So at the start I do get hit. Looking back, that was a smart move, even though it was completely unintentional, because as long as he does power drain you, it just helps you get to your special 2 fast. So I am waiting to get to my Fury phase so I can hit a bit harder. Now Fury phase, I throw it, 20k, boom, 70k special 2, 5 hits into the fight. Absolutely insane. So now we're going to wait out into my Fury phase. There we go, right there. And we got another one, 10k. And that's a non-crit. A non-crit is still 33k damage, which is pretty awesome. And this is, by the way, a rank 5 Sorcerer Supreme. So this fight is from the beta, and I actually took mine up to 565. In the actual game, I spent those resources that I used to rank up Quake and someone else to rank 5. I can't remember who my second last to rank 5 was. Old Man Logan, right. Okay, Old Man Logan. So yeah, basically right there, I was at my Fury phase, but I was not at 3 prowess yet, so I just still want to cycle that. Right here, I knew if I took, if I used a heavy attack, I was going to push to my special attack, and since I already have an armor break on him, there's not really any reason not to do that. So now we have the regen, and notice, even though I did get hit earlier in the fight, that subtle regen plus how amazing my block proficiency is really helping. So they're 27k, 63k, 90k crit on the special 2. Insane. Okay. And also, I don't think I described the way the synergy with Symbiote Supreme works perfectly. I think I could have done a little better, and the way I would fix my description is basically you get the prowess by switching modes. Heavy attack just switches it instantly, which instantly gets you it. So there's 1, there's 2. We're not going to go for the 3rd one. We're just going to go straight for our special just to get the kill here. Didn't need a crit there. And that's it. 38 hits. 38 and 6. Really amazing. And then there's one more piece of recorded part for this video, and this is the Act 4 Venom boss, just because I wanted to find a quick target. Here I do activate the shield one, and that's because I know he has quite significant attack. I do get hit in this fight, definitely, I think. But there I do land a heavy just to swap phase. I'm already at 3. I'm going to throw my special 1 here. And look how many debuffs he has. So that's 1 nullify. Let's count every time it comes on screen. That's 2. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9. Okay, that's still awesome. That was a special 2. I think I need to throw one more special 1 here. No, yeah, 1. Oh, it was too far there. 2, 3, 4. And imagine this with rank 5 Mystic Dispersion. You can use your special 1 and be right at your special 3, which is incredible. Oh yeah, anyways there, I showed off all the gameplay I want to, so yeah. That is going to be part 1 of this video. Part 2 is going to be a 6.2.6 champion boss solo that I got yesterday, which is an incredible fight. I did add 5 out of 5 Mystic Dispersion. No, wait. 4 out of 5? I can't remember. But yeah, look out for that. That's probably going to be posted a few hours after this one comes out. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. I thank you guys for coming out. I'm going to give my official review on Symbiote, or on Sorcerer Supreme, tomorrow once the second one comes out. And I will try to give it before Arena starts so that you guys will know whether to grind with for her or not. But yeah, look out for that second